Hi, ho everyone, my name is Mr. Fruit, and Happy New Year's to all of you out there. It's not like a holiday. Everyone, it's 2020. Although, how's that Chinese, they have their own New Year or something? Are they on a different calendar? Okay, I don't really know how any of that works. That's not how I thought I would open up this video. Hey, hi, how are ya? Happy new decade, huh? Yeah, it feels like I was just in school learning about the roaring 20s. Now it's our 20s. What are our 20s gonna be known for? God only knows. I'm terrified. Wanted to make this video as a little recap of the previous year and looking forward. Lots happened, especially in this past decade. I mean, I look back a decade ago, I was in high school. No idea what I was doing with my life. I was all alone. And here I am. I'm engaged to the love of my life. Found her. We're gonna marry this year. We have two little fur babies, two corgis. They're adorable. I went to college, dropped out, and pursued my dreams, which I never thought would happen. YouTube's turned into what it is now, obviously. It's crazy to think where the past 10 years have taken me and where the next 10 might. I don't really know, but I'm excited either way. And you can bet the next 10 years means a whole bunch of content. Fear not, I'm not going anywhere. I'll be doing this for as long as I can because I love it. But that also brings me to 2019, which we'll get into right after I talk about my New Year's resolutions, which I don't do New Year's resolutions. I'm not here to harp on that. I do have one resolution. Get a haircut. My hair is getting way too long and it needs to go. Well, and I guess just keep up my fitness and everything. This past year was the first year where almost every day, like the entire year, never skipped anything, didn't fall off the wagon at all. Boom, I stuck to it. This year we're gonna keep going. It's gonna be great. But 2019, aside from the fitness, was pretty rough. It was my hardest year on YouTube for sure, for several reasons, and you guys might be confused as to why that is. This was the year I felt burnout the most. I've always had double uploads, for the past 4 years or whatever. And this year was the first time that schedule was ruined for a little while. It was later in the summer. There's like a couple months in there where I was struggling to even get a single upload a day. And it wasn't because I wasn't trying to. Literally all I could muster was a single video a day. I was having some health issues, exhaustion issues. Simply because of that alone, I was struggling to do anything. That on top of my depression. So I did have a deeper pit, I suppose, of my depression since I've started YouTube. It was one of the worst I've had and just took its toll on top of the exhaustion. And so, yeah, I was literally doing my best just to get a single video out a day. I couldn't even try to do the double uploads I've done before. But if you've seen recently, I've gotten better at it. What's been helping a lot too is going to bed and waking up at about the same time each time. That seems to be really helping me, regimenting my sleep schedule. I go to bed around like 10:30, wake up around 6:30, get plenty of sleep. That helps. My workouts, what I would used to do is, at the very least, what I would do in the day is I needed to get to the gym and do something. And I was having a hard time, and I'd do some workouts, but they weren't great, at least compared to like what I'd been doing. But recently, I'm having the best workouts I've had in forever. I feel energized, and I think a little bit of it was actually the vacation I took. The week with my fiance's family out in Mexico. Didn't do anything, just lounged around for a week, and I think my body just needed it. It's like, oh, thank God. Came back, I'm good to go, rearing and revving up the old engine. And so workouts now are going even better. I'm getting the double uploads up, and so everything seems to be on the up and up for the most part. It was just a rough year because on top of that, obviously moving to single uploads as well, it was the worst year for the channel as a whole, growth-wise, number-wise, all that kind of stuff. And I tried to not look too much and get into it, too much of that because that's just stressful and it's not going to help anybody and blah, blah, blah. Numbers can be very overwhelming, but it definitely was like at the back of my head. We thankfully had an upswing here recently. November? Call of Duty has actually been doing really well, which I'm glad. I've been enjoying that. But ironically, it was like the 2v2 tournament I posted. I had no idea, but it's like at 1 million views now. One of my fastest growing videos. I have no idea why, but that kind of took off, and I was like, this is the first like semi-viral video the channel's had, and a while. Probably since Apex Legends. Because Apex Legends was a good February. But everything else, it's been pretty slow. Game-wise as well before fall. So all in all, I was just battling a whole bunch. And then work, because I do value work a whole bunch. I know you're not supposed to, like, put your value as what you do or whatever, but I love what I do, and it's majority of what I do during the day and stuff, so obviously it's near and dear to me. There's only so much you can do. I am but a man. A man who needs a haircut. Jeez Louise. 2019, though, did have its fair share of amazing moments. We had the first ever Fruit Summit, which I'm hoping to continue moving forward. As to how that'll look, we'll probably try and, iterate and figure out how to make it better for this year and then years moving forward. I moved into my new house. It was very, very awesome and very humbled. Again, this is all a product of YouTube in the past few years and where I've gotten to. We added a new puppy to the family, which was Appa. He is a handful, but I love them nonetheless. You might be able to hear some of their yelping. They're playing outside right now. Some cool games did come out. Sekiro famously almost killed the channel. Can't forget that. Can we? No. It was a good year. It was kind of marred by that whole downfall into summer and the depression stuff. Thankfully, I'm starting to come back to more normal levels. If you guys don't know, I struggle with hereditary depression. I more or less am sad all the time. That's not entirely true. It's always with me. And so some days are better than others. And it is what it is. So looking forward, though, this next decade is going to be fantastic. Like I said, this year, I'll be marrying Claire. That's very exciting. I'll be a married man. It's weird to say, and weird to think, but that's happening. The merch, the limited Fruit Son 2 collection that came out a couple weeks ago, or like a month ago, I guess at this time, will be re-releasing soon for a small window so that people who weren't able to get it then can get it now, or didn't know about it, or couldn't afford it. Watch out for that. We also have a cool other merch item. I don't know when it's going to be ready, but we're working on that. That's exciting. Been streaming more. Recently I haven't because I need to get back into my groove, and the holidays were insane. But we did that more. We did that more in 2019 as well. Streamed more than I ever had. And then looking forward, really, it's just I don't know what to expect, because if I've learned anything in the past couple of years, it's don't bother trying to figure out what's going to happen, because Lord only knows. Life's going to take you where life's going to take you. And as long as I get to share it with you, I know it'll be the best. Seriously, though, I do appreciate all of you who have always watched my content, whether it be, well, all right, it hasn't been 10 years since I've been doing YouTube. I think I started in 2011. Almost been a decade. Granted, it was a hobby for a while, but that's a long time. Like Black Ops. I mean, that was like 10 years ago almost now. That's insane to me. It does not feel like that long ago. Time really does fly. Especially in this job I do, not going out every day, just doing the same thing in and out. If it wasn't for my workout, probably in football, I wouldn't really know what day of the week it is. That's really the only time I understand. Otherwise, it's just another day. I work every day too, so it's not like, oh, this. Really, the only reason I know is because Sunday I try and do off day and watch football. So I just know, all right, how many days has it been since I took an off day and watched football? Oh, okay, so it's probably Thursday. Is that sad? That might be sad. Ugh. We also started the GGEZ podcast in 2019. Well, we didn't start it, but we revamped it, re-released it. I don't know. We rekindled the spark. And so we've been doing that now. That's been a whole bunch of fun with Rob and Blue. Met some cool people. Did some cool stuff. And then again, if I look at the decade as a whole, I can't even say. I mean, literally just from the moment that YouTube took off until now, which is like 5 years. And that time span of things, crazy stuff has happened that I never think would happen. That I got opportunities to, places to go, people to see, things to do. That actually just sounds. I've got people to see, places, things, people to see. I can't. I'm busy. Okay. I don't know what I'm talking about. Look, I didn't want to hard on for too long, and now I am. And God, my allergies are acting up. Woo! I'm a mess. Listen, I can't thank you all enough for the part of my life you've been in the past decade, and I can only imagine where this next decade is going to take us. Hopefully you'll join me along for the ride, but I just kind of wanted to briefly talk about how 2019 was the hardest year for me for YouTube, It was the first time that I struggled to get stuff out. This January, I might do what I did last year and single upload this month. It was a nice break last January. And again, I do have stuff I want to work on. The game I want to make is still in the process. I mean, it's a very involved, complicated process. Thanks for listening to me ramble about this kind of stuff. If you've watched this whole way through, you're a real one. My eyes are killing me, and I can't stop yawning. And now I must go to the gym. I just finished my morning smoothie. Delicious. I love you guys. Thank you very much. Talk to you guys in the next one. As always, farewell.